WGP Singapore happened last weekend with over 500 players in attendance, and I restreamed the entirety of the 9 rounds of Swiss and Top Cut. And in this video, we're going to take a look at round 1, which was between Leonor, which got a lot of recent support, making her a very strong tournament pick, and Nightrose, the brand new deck set. Let's jump into it. All right, here we go. WGP Singapore, Season 3, Round 1. We start off with a Nightrose. Let's go. All right. Very cool. So I don't see the player names, sadly. Unfortunately, no player names right now because we just jump into the first round. It's going to be Dodowa versus... So it's probably Leonor, realistically. Leonor versus Nightrose. So you guys get to see Nightrose for the first time right off the bat. But yeah, so Leonor is actually a pretty common pick right now in the format. Very strong deck. Very powerful turn 4 as well. So we're going to see Nightrose right up to grade 1, get the crest, ditches the bone, which is very important because that of course gives you the that immediate burst setup in case you have Alvina. You can go for a very aggressive turn 1 of just like 2 columns, getting to also draw cards from the bone, which is always good. Oh, it's an order build. Okay, so you can soul boss 1 here, look at top 3 and mill 1. So it's a bit of deck thinning, and then you do get to revive something, so that does proc the bone as well. Yeah, the sleeves on the Nightrose deck are one of the WGP exclusive ones. Alright, the Marauding Shade's gonna go to drop. Marauding Shade is always good because not only is it a good attacker, but you can also get it back from your Enlarge Glove. Okay, we got names. We got Huh on the left, and Brian on the right here. So, I'm not sure if I'll be showing chat on screen the entire day, but I'll try to keep y'all on in a place that doesn't disturb the remaining layout. So pretty okay start. I mean, just calling bone, and there it is, the Leonor confirmation. I'm pretty excited to see the Leonor play though, because I do feel like Leonor is a very potent deck for this format. It runs the Dodowa grade 2 as well. I personally feel like both are fine, both Dodowa and Dectina. Dectina does give you the ability to revive any grade 1s you ditch for ride deck, and also if your Rosarium in the early game gets popped, you can also call it back, which is nice. How's Harry? Harry's also good. All right, the new grade 2 here looks at top 7 for a CB1 to search for a Leonor name and then add it to hand, and if you don't find one, you just draw one anyway, which is very nice. And it's also like a 15k body, also a 10k shield, so very strong card. Overall, just good. And then let's see if there's anything else to back up this board. Nope, it's gonna swing with Ottawa. 3 swings here. Not choosing to attack with the rear column first, because, you know, this is 1 defensive, shuts down this whole turn. Not gonna be the case. Runs the grade 1 from Festival Booster 2, the Energy Blast to get back cards 1. Alright, plant tokens coming in with a 10k. Still no defensives, this is gonna be a 10k guard. So, alright, gonna drop the 15, takes 2 damage here, so on a pretty good side, like pretty good pacing, because here basically next turn if you're Leonor and you want to push, like you're gonna probably either get the Leonor attack no guarded or PG'd, and then that means you're gonna get them to at least 3 damage. Optimally you want to get them to 4 so that your first Vivace turn is already threatening lethal. Maybe they can zoom in a bit more just so we can see the cards clearly. Yeah, I think it's the same as last time, because last time they also had this like far off zone for the energy cards here. So, I mean, it's visible enough. Ooh, playing the Maple as well. I tried out the Maple, but I cut her because I felt like Nightrose has too many units already. Like you can fill up a board very easily, so I didn't find a reason to necessarily stick with her too much. Gonna take the Maple. First damage is not defensive either. Dianza's still in the list too, so not the Alvina. Quite interesting. Yo, what's good, Igni? Thanks for coming through with the 5 gifties. I'm gonna make the alerts a little smaller here so I don't block the gameplay footage. But appreciate you, Igni. Thank you very much, man. Hope you're feeling better today. We'll put the dancing today up top. Actually, the same feedback from Ike. Oh, I own 3 of this shirt. I own 3 of this specific Uniqlo shirt. It's my comfort clothes. I literally own 5 of the white Uniqlo one and 3 of the black one. It's just, and I probably will buy 2 more of the black one. It's like, might as well just have your, it's like an anime character, you know, they have their fit, they wear the same thing all the time. But thank you so much for the gift drops. Hooking up 2 Mellows, Hazabis, ILYJ, Arkishtik, and Phantom Zenity Mark II. But anyway, getting back to the game here, we saw pretty good turn from Brian, honestly. Like, the Maypole committing is fine in case, you know, you don't have much to fill up on the board from the stride skill, but you should. So here on her side, got the Alvina down and also got the Dragon down as well. So overall, a pretty good board. No Rosarium does hurt, but for turn 3, you don't need Rosarium as bad. I think you really want Rosarium on turn 4. That hand is kind of sus though on Leonor's side. You're gonna swing with this and still discard once to go down to 2. Which is the crit here. Don't forget the Soul Blast. So this does mean that, yeah, I'm gonna ditch the crit. So go up to 5 cards. The Dragon does activate, so you go up to 6 cards in hand this turn, which I guess is fine. But what's good is that he stayed on 2 damage, which means that it does get to be in heal range, which is good. Yeah, no real point in Rosarium just yet, so as long as it comes down later. Alright, there's a Rosarium for next turn, that's good. Ooh, triple blank. 1 PG is cool, but just the 1 damage. There's an order going out as well. Dragon effect, gonna have Soul Blast 1, get 5k, and also draw a card. Very good. Good stuff, good stuff. Kai just woke up and getting sleepy. Damn. Good night. See you next year. You really want one of these attacks to still go through. I think the Dragon column is pretty huge, so it's probably gonna be like, I think on Brian's side, it's guard this one, take the last one, because the last one's like what? 35 on a 10k body? It's a little much, so I do think this is most likely going to be a guard on this one, take on that one, you go to 4, and then you're going to get to deck them a little bit from the Nightrose, from the Obadiah effect here. Ooh, it's guarding both. That should not be enough. So 30 and another 10. You're going to need another 10 for that. Nope, going to take it, realizes that it's actually a lot to guard. Both players have not seen that many triggers though. Alright. I was going to process the Atlantis, draw 1, countercharge 1. Those play the effect heals too, it's pretty interesting. Do you think Nightrose and Harry are as meh as they were made out to be on reveal, or are the results starting to speak? Nightrose is definitely a deck that can fight at the top. It's not one of the best decks, but it's definitely one of the good ones. Yeah, this is round 1. We literally just started. Alright. Here we're going to have the amazing Columbard effect. God, I love this card so much. It's look at top 7, add a card to hand, put a card to drop. So the best thing is that you can literally just ditch your... I should probably put my camera on the other side just so we can see what's in the drop there. But what's really nice is that you get to actually basically add your stride fodder to hand, which is so good, in my opinion. So I'm a big fan of the Columbard effect, just because it's like you get to mill out a piece, but then also you can just ditch your, you know, stride costs. Ooh, Caliburn. The only downside with Caliburn is that it cannot search orders. What's good about ditching Caliburn for stride cost is that Enlargolf can get it back. So if you call Enlargolf here, Soul Blast 1 and get back a grade 2 or greater, so it can actually get back your Regulus piece. But I guess you can also use the grade 1 that he just used there to pay 3 energy and then get it back too, so pretty nice stuff. Alright, now we're going to process the Nightrose effect here. Try and see what you want to revive, and also don't forget that Nightrose gives plus 2k to the thing she calls, so that's where calling grade 3s is pretty good with her, because you make the grade 3s into 15ks, and also grade 1s become 10k. So here also like the Maple's gonna get buffed as well, which is, well, not the Maple, but you know. Alright, so just got a message from Genesis Frontier that we have a total of 510 players, so they actually added a couple tables past capacity. So I think the capacity was 500 initially. So there was a lot of people on the waiting list. So there's honestly, like, as always, Vanguard has been growing so much this year. It's really nice to see, you know, hitting records at venues, or like these venues can't even hit records because they don't have enough space to like fit all the people that want to participate. So we're gonna have 9 rounds of Swiss today. Gonna be a lot. I'm gonna ask if it's, I think it should be top 8 cut after this. I'm not sure if it's top 8 or top 16. We're gonna be here all day, by the way. We're literally gonna be here all day. Pray for my throat. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be having another coffee later. All right, we see a Philander here, mill another Philander. And then, did you do the unupgraded stride decks at locals yet? No, I've been too busy with other things I'm working on. So it's like 9 rounds of Swiss into what? Top 8? Top 8, top 4 finals. So basically 12 rounds, 12 streamed rounds today. Gonna be quite a bit. So Obadiah, let's see, we call... Oh, is he getting back the Marauding Shade? Looks like it. All right, Marauding Shade comes down. And then we're gonna see, pretty good. Oh, you got the little Grand Blue marker for the holo counter. That's good. Don't forget that you have to declare holo. Just because if you don't declare holo, you don't get the ability. So it's very important to do that. Gonna use the Caliburn here to draw 2 as well. Good stuff overall. So you get your pieces, a little bit low on soul, but at the very least, like your columns are looking pretty good. It's giving me just 3 attacks here, but if you can get HUD up to 4 damage here, I think you're pretty good. Let me put myself back here actually. I can still barely see the... Put myself more in the corner. Still see the drop a little bit here. Put myself literally in the corner. But, because I realized if I put myself on the other side, you don't see the damage. How would you do the holo effect? You just declare it. You just say, like, holo state. Or like, I call it in holo. Like, literally, it's like in Japanese, we just say, like, horo sengen. It's like literally declare holo. So, but you can also use little, like, markers, like what they're using for the little Grand Blue coin or whatever. It's Grand Blue dice, I guess. Crit off the first check. That's already putting HUD to 4, which is pretty optimal. Second check. And Largo, it's going to be good stride fodder. And the front here as well, so that's going to be very big. So, huge columns. Putting to 4. Might even put HUD to 5. And HUD might not necessarily mind because it puts them into heal range for their Vivace turn. So that's pretty good. Alright, just the dice processing here. Alright, Rosarium going to damage. And the shooter. It's not the end of the world. So the Maple's coming in with 20, 30, 35, 45? It's pretty huge. 45 with no defensives. That's basically confirmed damage. It's actually basically confirmed damage. And then the other column is what? 20, 35, 40, 48, I think? So I guess they're the same in terms of guard numbers. Oh no, they're not right. 35, 45? Yeah, that one's, sorry, that one's 30, 45, yeah. All right. Pretty huge numbers, especially hitting 0 defensives, and I don't know if you really want to bank on hitting more defensives here. 45 is still okay to guard. I mean, you can just drop a... I don't know which... The Hedgehog is which effect crit? Is it the crit one? Effect heal, sorry. Hits the defensive, but doesn't make a big difference, I think, here. It's like 20, 35, 40, 48, right? So you go to 23, this is like a 30k guard, so I guess you can just drop 2 triggers and it's kind of okay. So now you're kind of in a good position where you can just go into Vivace, set up double Rosarium, and then you do get technically 3 checks this turn to try to heal down. If you don't, you are in danger where Brian can just go into the Nightrose stride and just do 5 attacks. The numbers aren't insane, but when you're at 5 and you can't afford to take anything and like bank on defensives, they're pretty annoying. Like you're still looking at, you know, only 2 face-up G-zones, only plus 10k from the crest, but you can basically just go in with the first 2 swings boosted and then like whatever Nightrose calls gets plus 10k. So it's like the numbers are going to be asking for at least 20k shield no matter what. You can use the Brave Shooter. So then another 10k, another 15 will do it. So 10k from the intercept and then 15k from that crit in hand. I think we'll actually do it in terms of having the 30k shield here. So yeah, Leonor's 23. This is 38. The attack is 48. There you go. The 15 will do it. That's all she wrote. So I definitely want to keep that, keep the Sanctitude for the next turn. Can you use Ladder Nightrose? Yeah, you don't play orders that much, so why not? Oh, using GB2. Mills OT, gonna put it to the bottom. I feel like you don't really use GB2 that much, but I guess if you're scared of surviving this Leonor in turn, I guess it's like... I guess if you are planning out this game in a sense that you are going to win next turn, right? So as long as you survive this Leonor in turn, this Vivace turn, you're going to win on your Nightrose strike turn if they don't heal down, right? So I guess GB2 here. just to be able to survive and then steal the game next turn is fine. But I think I would have confirmed how many heals are out first to see if there's the likelihood of them healing down on this Vivace turn, because if they do heal down, I don't think you're killing on the Nightrose stride. Because they also farm up a pretty big hand this turn, right? They get 3 checks, they get Dragon proc, and then if they call like an Elentis from somewhere, I guess they don't. So I guess they're just gonna go in then. Does he want to play the order? I don't think you need to. It's not worth a GB2. I thought you want to keep Shade often. In situations like this, yes. But in matchups where the game will go longer, so if you're playing like the Mirror, if you're playing Shoujo Doji, if you're playing Impoldio, any of those like more long game themed decks, then I think you should be a bit more averse to using GB2 just because you are going to deck yourself out. Like losing the 2 cards from deck is pretty big. Alright, so this is first card got guarded. This one's coming in. Got the plus 15k from the dragon here, so it's 23k boosted by 15, so 38. Alright, gonna guard with that. And then Vivace coming in, of course, massive. Use the effect to boost with everything. And then here the dragon should proc normally. I think you can choose not to proc it here and then proc it afterwards. So when it like stands. So you don't have to CB just yet. You want a number? The usual, yeah. I think the judges might be telling him to give him a number. I'm pretty sure, isn't Vivace CB after she swings? Vive H. Yeah, at the end of that battle, Cannabas 1 stand 3 things. Why did they make him CB there? That's kind of weird. Judges, you gotta calm down. 64. Is that how you pronounce Vivace? Vivace. That is indeed how you pronounce Vivace. It's like whenever you're unsure of how to pronounce a card, just read the katakana. The Japanese reading usually will tell you the answer. Alright, CB1. Sorry, not CB1. PG this one. Draw is good. I think you definitely want... Yeah, put that on the dragon. That's going to inherit. Both Rosariums are going to get insanely huge now. Draws into another Vivace after that. Not too bad. PG as well. Pretty good. So now we get to CB1. Well, I guess he already CB'd 1. I don't know why the judges did that. So now all the stood units get plus 5k. So this Leonor is now 18 if he didn't commit any... Did he commit the trigger there? Okay, yeah. Just give the plus 5k to the front row. There we go. Yeah, Leonor's tiny here. Pretty small, but at the end of the day, it's still a card. But yeah, this is actually the smallest attack this whole turn. So, because this dragon is 15 now. Did he forget to draw 1 from the dragon? I think he did. Good intercept with the shade. This one does get plus 10k shield here. So it's a 15k. So that puts it 28. Puts him to 33. OT pass. Alright. We got nothing. Starting to playing this game with my brother. It's so fun. Hey, happy to hear that. Hope you're enjoying it. What are you guys playing? What decks did you guys end up picking up? Yeah, he didn't proc the dragon, which is kind of strange. Alright. 5th damage goes through, and then gonna 2-card guard the last one. Go to 43 here. The Rosarium was inheriting 25, right? So, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Why didn't he proc the dragon? Because it would have been bigger. Because you sold us 1, it gets another plus 5k from... You do get the draw, but most importantly, it gets a plus 5, so I would have asked for more shield that turn, and now... Ha didn't heal, so Nightrose is just gonna do 5 attacks here. You're gonna basically just, if you haven't found Nightstorm yet, if he does play Nightstorm, I think you do want to get it out as fast as possible, because then that way these 5 attacks are going to be hitting much harder. Gonna revive the Maple first, that's fine. Just starting with trial decks now, but it's still a good time. Nice. That's, I mean, I spent the first 6 months of my Vanguard playing career just playing trial decks with my brother, so I think, you know, the humble beginnings are always good. And then you find the locals, and that's where the story begins. Yeah, the Cosmolord sleeves are kind of funny. So now it comes down to how Brian sets his board up. Because you've only got 10k buff from the Obadiah, or from, well, I guess Obadiah, technically from the Crest. So some people, if you play a slower game, if you haven't, you know, if you don't push your opponent that fast, you just go Obadiah twice just to get 4 G-Zone up. That way your Nightrose stride is much more lethal. Because here, like, even the Maple column here, right, is like 28. It's honestly pretty easily guardable, especially they aren't like playing a lot of 10Ks now. All right, Enlarge Gold or not. See, we're a little lenient with the takebacks here. Goes for the, okay. Lazy's fine if you're gonna revive like a Philander here. Do not revive the bone though. Are we, no, you don't need the bone here. You're trying to win. I feel like you're trying to win this turn. If you have another, does he not have another Philander? I'm pretty sure he had another Philander in there, right? You need firepower here. You're trying to win. Why is this half-baked turn? The fact that Maple is on board in the first place is them coping. I mean, Maple is whatever. It's fine, but I definitely do think that you know, the deck build is one thing, but it's the selection here. You 100% need the Philander on board here because you're trying to win. That lazy column is like what, 22, 30? These are two 20k shield turns. Like it's, and now these last two attacks are going to be like what? Like this is, Ha might just barely survive just because the Philander didn't come down here. Unless his hand is really bad. Actually, Ha's hand looks like it's actual negative shield value. Yeah, he's gonna take this. Oh, he has to. Can we see a heal though? Oh, we don't. All right, Brian takes it. Brian takes round one with the Nightrose. I do think, you know, it's round one. I myself tend to make misplays in round one too because I'm still waking up. But I do think that there were a few instances that could have changed things. So one was definitely not choosing to use the dragon here because you can clearly see he has a soul. It's not like Leonor requires the original Leonor to be in soul or anything. So you could have easily soul blasted it for this to get the extra card in hand. And that might have made a change, right? Because I think at the very end when we look at it, I think so we can kind of make out some cards, right? We know that he had the effect heal in hand that I think is like the crit one, right? So even if you wanted to save that for the Vanguard, that could have been an option. But 3 to passing, this is pretty dangerous, I guess, or even 2 to passing is even more dangerous. But, you know, so with the 1 extra card, we see 2 PGs here. So 1 PG could have been used to ditch the order here. Then the other one here is costless. And we see 1, 2, I assume this is a Nightrose. So 10k shield. This is the heal, I think. So this is the effect heal, either 10 or 25. But then the other last card, even if it was a trigger, would have been a 15k potentially. He plays draws instead of fronts. I definitely do prefer having, sorry, not Nightrose and Navaches. Probably it's this is this the Brave Shooter? Sorry, I was thinking about Nightrose too much. Is this the Brave Shooter? I can't really make, oh, this might be Rosarium, isn't it? I think it was Rosarium. When did he drive check again? He checked the draw, which he already ditched, I think, at that point. But it's the Rosarium, right? So with the 1 extra card, this was 20k shield, right? You could have had that. And then if this is the crit effect heal, how big is the Nightrose? 28, 38. I guess it's pretty big. It's like 51. Yeah. Would that 1 card have made that big of a difference? I think it still could have. Because then you could have dropped this. If that 1 last card was like, I don't know. It was a trigger. So let's say you drop this and then they recall 2 things. One of them is Enlarged Glove, right? Enlarged Glove would be 33. Maybe close. Maybe the 1 card wouldn't have made that big of a difference. I think if Brian made a better board and actually put Philander down, then it would have been 100% lethal. But the Dragon Draw doesn't matter in this scenario because his first check was a draw, so the hand doesn't change. I guess technically you are correct, yes. But we don't know that at the time. So I think you still go for the draw, especially if your game plan is double Rosarium inherit power here. So the 5k not being used to be gained here is literally you're giving more cards for Brian to have that turn. So that's just my little feedback, I guess, at the end of this round. But that's the first round of WGP Singapore wrapped up. Nightrose versus Leonor, 2 decks that you definitely expect to see a lot this format. So pretty cool stuff.